John Robinson. And a nice 70-yard chunk on the opening snap of this game.
You put up a performance like he did on the ground a week ago, you grab the attention right away of your opponent. You know they had watched those runs from a week ago. They were dialed in on him, still couldn't slow him down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Another carry for Robinson. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from him as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Third and just 2 to go. To the air with Penix. Man downfield, and he finds London. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but 3rd down, that hurts even more. Gives him the first. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's going to be stopped just shy of 1st and goal, a few yards shy of that end zone as well. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock, and could be a huge boost to their offense if his ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus. That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Penix now to throw. Sends this one to and through the end zone, so that's incomplete. So that's going to bring up 2nd down. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Robinson. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And we'll pause here for an injured Saints player. Looks like he's pretty shaken up. They'll get someone out to look at him. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Penix on the sneak. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. They'll run it with Robinson. And he's in for the touchdown. Nick Folk now for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they go up 7-0 here early.
Saints nothing. Nick Folk to kick off for it.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
35-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's Travis Achan on the ground. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. A great read by the defense there. They attacked, and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker.
Yeah.
That is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. Shuck with a quick toss out wide. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Shuck looking to pass here. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Penix looking to pass. And this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Working on 2nd down. Penix. Look is there, but so is a defender. That hit forces the drop. That's going to bring up 3rd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
3rd and long for him here. Finds his back. It's Robinson. He's got room to roll. He's going to be forced out after he picks up about 19 yards. And that is good for an Atlanta 1st down.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Now we have a member of the Saints injured after that play, and obviously in need of some assistance. Robinson the back on 1st down. And his incredible early season continuing. His last carry putting him in the range of 500 yards already. Throwing, Penix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And give him the 1st down, Brock. Great results. That snap goes for 17. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. And you want to get that century mark.
Yeah.
That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacked runs like that will sure help.
Now pitch it to Robinson. Sent out of bounds after a pickup of 6, 7-4 coming up.
Even though we don't have mics in that huddle, I can imagine what's being said down there, Kate. It is keep feeding him. When you get positive yards and you start to run the ball and wear out your opponent, don't go away from it.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Chubb running out of the gun. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby, but he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Flush down out to his left. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Here's Robinson up the middle. Straight ahead he goes and across the goal line. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson brought one back earlier and now takes one across. Folk on now to try the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they now lead by 14 points.
14. Saints, nothing. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. They'll start this drive with Achane. Taken down finally to curtail the damage, but still 22 yards on that pickup. And that is going to be first down Saints. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. It moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down. Throwing, shot. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
That's good for a Saints first down.
Shuck. Finding Olave, back-to-back plays. And they get this down at the 12-yard line before being stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And that's incomplete, only because of the hip line, though. A good defensive play to bring up second down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Here's a screen for Achane. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Saints. Travis Achane capping a 7-play scoring drive. Charlie Smith on to try the extra point. This one is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 7.
14, Saints 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Drive begins here with Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
35-yard line.
Here's Penix on second down. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Staying with Robinson. This one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Bronk. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker.
And they're going to take him down here. Pressure gets to him at the 36. And it's going to be third down after this 2-minute warning.
And it's third down. Third and long.
Here's Penix. Pulled in on the sideline by Schultz. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they will push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
It's all lined up. Falk ready to send this one flying. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. To throw, Shuck. Finds his back, Achane. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
1-yard gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Now Shuck to throw. Connects with Johnson. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet. I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
Third and 4 coming up now. Chuck to throw. Second target, it's Johnson again. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up fourth down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. Fourth down, here's Shuck. He finds him beyond the marker. And this is going to work out for him. Pick up a 4, and that's going to keep this offense out there. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 48-yard line.
Shuck on 1st and 10. And he's found his target all 4 passes so far on this drive. Sticking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Couple of yards on the catch, leaves them 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Shuck. Taken in by Lance, right side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on 1st down. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And the deficit remains 2 scores.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Penix now. And the hit arrived shortly after that football did, but he hangs on for a gain down to the enemy 44. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Shuck's going to throw here. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up second down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And once again, they can't connect.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Nothing to complain about on this return as he gets it beyond the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. They go play action. Here's Penix. Finds some time left. And he goes down to avoid a hit, so give him a gain of close to 4. That's going to set up 2nd down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Shotgun snap, we get to Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Penix on 3rd down. Pass complete to Robinson. Shoves him off. He's got room. This is going to be a big game, Brock. He's tackled after about 21 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Falcons.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then. And the running back's still doing it to this day. That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. To the air with Penix. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, you give your guy a chance to make a play. Those defenders, they're paid to win those battles too. Provided plenty of contact to make sure that ball wasn't caught.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And this one does not get close. He stopped after 3, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They go play action. It's Shuck. Flushed out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete. They were on him right off the snap, and that hit altered the throw. That brings up 2nd down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Second down carry for Achane. He's brought down. Play goes for, it looks like about 11 yards. And it's going to be 1st down New Orleans.
Danger, I I say, you get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
46-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. They're giving 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's second down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Working on second down. Chuck. Yeah, defensive pressure messes up that release. Pass falls to the ground. It is incomplete. It's third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Oh, it's there, but he dropped it. A painful moment to break concentration and forces fourth down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Second down coming from Penix. That's Dotson with a catch out right. Has some daylight through the 40. Contact is made, and that's going to take him out of bounds. Gain of about 21 on the play. And that's going to be good for a Falcons first down.
First down, Falcons.
Robinson on the inside give. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Throwing on second. Penix. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
It's just kind of the type of play why you name a position like this tight end. Because it's going to be tight throws in the contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
Throw here, third down. That one complete to Pitts. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
First down.
Here's Penix to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. Defender is there to finally make the stop, but not before the play goes for 27. And that is good for an Atlanta first down.
First down, Atlanta.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Falcons in possession, and they have set themselves up well to get the victory here. First and 10 for Penix. And he's found his target all 4 passes so far on this drive. Again, left side. Here's Robinson. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
All right, 2 yards to go here on third down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And this might be the one that puts it away. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, his second of this game on the ground. Folk on now to try the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And the lead now up to 23.
Falcons 30, Saints 7. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Throwing, Chuck. And the Falcons fly in and get there. They take him down. That is Jalen Walker. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down. Chuck looking to pass here. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And the defender is there with him every step of the way downfield to make the hit and break up that catch. It's third down.
One score is just, well, it's not going to be enough. I think we can look at the scoreboard and know that. So the pace is going to pick up, and I think you're going to see more and more of those shots deep down the field, Kate.
Third and long for him here. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Good work by the defender affecting that pass. That's going to bring around fourth down.
They needed a lot more out of this offense in this one, Kate, to keep pace in this contest. Just wasn't there. Continuity wasn't there. Rhythm wasn't there. Confidence wasn't there. This is one they like to forget.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Handoff now to Robinson. Down to the 10. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
First and goal.
Kind of just feel it, don't you? Trying to close out this game, just keep leaning on that somebody who has produced and made the most of every one of his touches throughout.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Here's Robinson. He's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. And in the middle of all that chaos and traffic, look at that. It was their safety who ran in to clean that up.
Yeah, with their size and where they come from on the field, it's pretty cool. They love those opportunities to blitz, kind of hide behind their defenders and their peers, and then go finish the tackle.
Once more, it's Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up third and goal. Running with Robinson. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on fourth and goal. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. This is a chip shot from the left hash. The kick by Falk is good. And that'll make the lead 26 points.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Nick Folk to kick off for
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Running with Achane here out of the gun. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. We've got fireworks on the first play of the drive. 32 yards. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Now Shuck to throw. Over the middle and caught by Lance. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. To the extra point. Here's Smith.
Charlie Smith on for the extra point.
Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they trail by 19.
Falcons 33, Saints 14.
Reed now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Robinson. His charge towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Robinson again here on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing Penix. And this won't even get back to the line, Brock. Hit erased any chance of that one. It's incomplete. 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Shuck to throw. Here's a screen for Achane. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Shuck. On the move. Headed right. He's making a bid for it. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Billy Bowman. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Chuck's going to throw here. Trying to push deep downfield. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
I can imagine the more vocal guys on that defense, especially linebacker, safety, reminding the guys, hey, listen, nothing behind us, and when we get a chance to knock it down, one-on-one, we got to win these contested plays as they just did.
Contact on the throw, and yeah, this one never had a chance. To the ground, it is incomplete. That sets up 3rd down.
We've played 3 quarters here already, and those look like some fresh legs defensively, getting after the quarterback, forcing him out of the pocket, and forcing another incompletion.
To the air on 3rd and long. And this is another incompletion.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do, try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Desperation time here on 4th. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Not a distance you see a lot of conversions from, Brock, but on that play, these guys able to defy the odds.
They sure were, and that defense now has got to regroup because I think mentally you get to that down in distance, you feel like you're off the field. Now they've got to respond defensively.
We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on 2nd down. To throw, Shuck. Escapes his after and they're going to take him down way behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Shuck. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down after a bunch of yards, but didn't pick up the first, and well short of it. It's 4th down. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got 1 more snap coming up. Lining up for 1 final snap. Here he goes, 1 final shot. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Falcons make one of their best plays in the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from New Orleans.
you.